One.
All right. Just open up by saying happy to get the win. Short week, back to back road games in a short week. Tremendous challenge, and really grateful for our guys' effort today. Um, just finding a way, and didn't play clean early in the game. First half, I thought we were a little sluggish. We missed some opportunities, and we gave them some opportunities. I felt like we didn't execute great at times, but I thought coming out of the halftime, driving, kicking a field goal, first drive, and then getting the pick six, and then good things starting to happen. I thought we played really good defense later in the game. I thought we played really poor defense earlier in the game. Um, you know, 12 of 18 on third and fourth downs for us. They were 1 of 12. That's critical. 42 minutes of time of possession. That's pretty amazing. And just 431 yards to 189. You're going to win most of the time when you do that. So happy for our guys, ready to get on the plane and get home. We're tired. We're a tired bunch. Um, we'll rest up the next couple of days. The guys got some academic stuff and some training room stuff to do tomorrow. They'll have the weekend off, and we'll get back to work on Monday to get ready for Temple. So with that, we'll open up to questions.
John, the first half wasn't pretty, but you did start off with a 20 play, 80-yard, 100-minute drive. It felt like kind of set the tone, even though you didn't execute the way you wanted to at the end. That kind of set the tone for everything that could happen after that if you executed properly.
Yeah, I think we just showed in that drive that we were able to sustain. Finish the way you want to. We had to kick a field goal there that drive, but a 20-play drive just shows you're able to execute over and over and over. And we kind of found ways to convert on third down and just keep the drive extended. Obviously, need to score touchdowns in those situations, not kick field goals. But it was a really impressive drive for sure.
Yeah. Mekhi Hughes has carried the ball 84 times in the last 12 days. Just what else can you say about him and his effort tonight on a short week after getting the ball 30 times just 5 days ago?
Yeah, he's a load, man. He plays like it. He's that guy that like doesn't flinch. Just down in the locker room, like you look at him and I'm like, he acts like he hadn't done anything today. It just looks pretty fresh to me. And he's an impressive dude, the way he carries himself. He's super physical and tough. And we need to get him some rest this week as well. But he's a really tough runner for sure.
It was another efficient performance by Mensah in the second half. You opened it up and he was successful. He had the one bad pass before halftime that could have been picked, but other than that, it looked like he was on point all game long.
Yeah, I thought we missed the throw on the post to Mario. That should have been a touchdown. And we were a little late, maybe a little off on the one to Alex Bauman on the pop pass, the tight end. But for the most part, we threw it efficiently. I think we could have probably been even a little bit better in the throw game. I think he would tell you he could have one or two back and probably do better. But a good day, a solid day. We're going to need to throw the ball a little bit better at times, but a good day for the most part.
They had a freshman quarterback out there that doesn't have a ton of experience. How important was it to get that pressure on him? Because he seemed pretty flustered after that.
Yeah, he didn't have he's played in several games, but they've kind of done the quarterback shuffle a little bit between him and Max Brown. Like he's the one that came in last week and really gave their offense a jolt against Memphis. And he also came in against Rice and gave their offense a jolt. And so I thought I think the kid's really talented. He's got a huge arm. And so I think they felt like giving the hot hand a shot. And he played pretty good against us early. He took some access throws. He hit us on a 3-up route coming back to our sideline. He's got a really good arm, live arm. Kid's going to be a heck of a player.
Obviously, the biggest play of the game was the interception return. That's your it's no accident anymore. That's your fifth defensive touchdown this year. What can you say about that type of playmaking?
Wow. To have 5 pick six or 5 defensive touchdowns is just unbelievable. And, if you score on defense, you should win a lot of games. And that was a critical play in the game. It was a huge momentum play. So that was such an awesome play to see Micah make. I told him on the sideline late in the game, I said, just as happy as I was at the pick six, he missed a tackle in the first half on a run play that they pulled him into the fit. He made one of those later in the game, which I said, I'm just as proud of the tackle you made. Like, he's going to pat you on the back on the pick six. That's the obvious big play, but we got to tackle better on the perimeter, and he did that later in the game.
So there was still too much left in the game for you to really enjoy it. But how do you rate your hands on that catch on the sidelines? I know that the
And
players are really excited.
well, Braden Breswitz, who works on our defensive staff, was my GA at Kentucky, and he knows this fact that my high school interception record's held by me. So I've got decent hands. I'm not gonna act like I'm Randy Moss. I'm not gonna jump over anybody, but if it's thrown to me, I can catch it. Catch the ones they throw you.
How many did you have in high school?
I think it was 17 is what I finished with.
Not bad, not
That
bad.
set the school record.
Sam Howard went off with an injury. I don't know if he came back or not, but what is his
Yeah,
status?
they X-rayed. He's got a little ankle. I don't know if it's low or high yet. He'll while the rest of the guys have the weekend off, he'll be in the training room. I think he'll be available, but we'll see. Don't really know. Too early to tell. They X-rayed it with there's no break there.
Okay. And I guess
We were worried about could
yeah.
it be a fracture, but there's not.
Okay. And Duda went off, I think, limping a little bit. I don't know if he came back or not, but is
Yeah,
he
he's
okay?
fine. He's fine. He's fine. Yeah, we put Shoddy in. Shoddy looked pretty good, I thought.
Yeah. You mentioned the defense. There definitely were some breakdowns in the first half, but you still ended up holding a lot of breakdowns actually. But you still held them to 3 points and under 200 yards. Just what does that say when you can make mistakes and still do that?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot better. I thought we played really rotten
Mhm.
situation football on defense in the first half. The drive right before the halftime that we gave up, it was so
Yeah,
self-inflicted. Like we didn't line up right once. We didn't
yeah.
tackle. Like it was a mess for a minute there defensively,
Mhm.
but we settled in and played a lot better in the second half. And I'm glad to see that. We need to play a lot better.
Right. And it didn't affect anything, but you ran to call that timeout and they had the bad snap. Was it just to get the right personnel in on 3rd and goal?
We were not matched up properly with
Mhm.
the formation. Yeah. So it
Yeah.
was, we were a little off in we sent the call in, the guys didn't line up properly. And so I didn't want to give them a freebie. The snap was a little high and I'm like, gum, maybe I shouldn't have done
Yeah,
it, but
nobody knew that.
had it been a clean snap, they were probably going to have a touchdown on us.
So what did you say at halftime? Because you had to be irritated that it was only 10-3 with the way the game was flowing, and you could have easily had a bigger lead. If
Yeah.
you
Nothing crazy. I was probably more composed than you would expect. I just said, hey guys, we haven't played our standard completely. But now it's time to do it. It's a 4-quarter football game for a reason. And we had to go out and, execute a lot better than we had. And I think play with a little different chip on our shoulder. And the guys did that.
it took Patrick Jenkins exactly one down to record his first tackle. How nice was it to see him back out there?
Man, it's so good having Pat back. We love Patrick Jenkins. He's a phenomenal teammate, a great player. And just it's right when he's with us. And wrapped our arms around him this week. And so good to have him back with the team and phenomenal young man.
Yeah. You're 5-0 in the conference. That's obviously where you want to be at this point. What do you feel like it's going to take for you to keep going here?
We got to play a lot better in some situations. We got to throw and catch early in the game better. We can't be stagnant on offense. We got to score touchdowns. We're going to lose a game or two here if down the stretch if we don't play more efficient and clean on defense,
Yeah,
and just leverage the ball properly. Like if we're outside, you're supposed to be outside, stay outside.
yeah.
And then tackling, I thought we tackled a little sloppy. So there's so many areas where I'm not pleased, but I mean, we'll take a win. We'll take a 30-point win. It's just we got to get better.
How many days do the guys get off here on the weekend before you get back?
Yeah, so tomorrow morning they got to check in with the training room before noon. We'll get back at like probably 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. They'll check in with the training room before noon. We have priority registration coming up next week, so for spring classes, so they can't leave tomorrow until they've done that with the academic advisors. At least gotten their stuff ready to register on Monday morning, and then Saturday, Sunday we're going to give them off. They need a little time, man. This has been a stretch this last 5 or 6 days. So we'll give them Saturday, Sunday off, unless you're injured, like a guy like Sam Howard. He'll be in the training room. But
Yeah.
the guys that are that do wellness check tomorrow just to check in with the training room. If they're healthy and good to go for Monday's practice, then they'll have a couple days.
Thanks a lot. As always, appreciate the time.
Thank you. Isaac, you got anything?
Yeah, I loved the catch, and the team seemed to love it too. It was nice to see all the players come over to you and be really happy. Also for Josh Ramatich, one question, were the computer models taken into consideration here when you keep in Darian Mensah starting offensive line, some of the other starters at the end of the game?
Yeah. So we subbed the last drive for Ty with Ty. At quarterback, we subbed maybe Darion Reed in at tackle. At quarterback, we kept Darian and Mensa in because we just felt like there were some things we needed him in to execute the way we wanted to. But we're still not playing to a high level and efficiently. And so I felt like I wanted to see us throw the ball a little bit just for like the future of this team. And at the end, we subbed, put Ty in at quarterback. Like I said, put D Reed in. I think Landry Cannon got in, put a few guys in. But when we're up 27-3, I'm not real comfortable mass exodus subbing yet. You know what I mean? And then we got up 34-3, felt a little bit better.
How'd you like seeing Mario Williams bounce back? Hasn't had the best couple weeks leading up to this game, but then actually uh, tied his career high in catches, and then Keith Brown as well with a career high in catches.
Yeah, I thought Mario played better last week. He didn't play great against Rice. I thought last week he had the touchdown. I thought he bounced back really last week, to be honest with you, and played good. And then Keith has really stepped up and played really good football the last couple weeks. Dante played solid. All three of those guys played good tonight. But I thought Mario really after the Rice game, I thought he played good last week too. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats.